Good day, my name is Panagiotis Christostomidis and we welcome you to our AlumilCAL Tips and Tricks webinars. The webinars are organized by Alumil Academy in cooperation with the AlumilCAL department of Alumil. In the last episode we covered the reports in AlumilCAL. Today we will see how we can estimate our projects in AlumilCAL. Behind the scenes, colleagues Vasilis Kerestadjis and Christos Karanikolas are ready to answer your questions. During the presentation, you can ask your questions by clicking at the questions and answers icon at the bottom of the screen. You can then type your question in the window that opens up. Okay, so let's see what estimating a project in AlumilCAL is all about. In order to do that, we need to talk about estimation data. Estimation data is divided into two groups. There exists the global estimation data that affect all projects that we create, and also there exists the project estimation data that are specific to one certain project. Under user database estimation data, we find our global estimation data. Here we see some datasets. Datasets are essentially a collection of prices that we have entered for our estimation data. We will see what they include and how we can make copies of our own. We go inside and we see our estimation data in groups. Here under costs and taxes are included estimation data that are absolutely necessary for our construction. We cannot avoid these costs. They are a part of our construction. On the other hand, under profits, we enter what we expect to earn by selling our constructions. If we put here a profit on material, this surcharge is applied on all materials of our construction. This includes hardware, profiles, etc. If we need to put a profit on glass purchase, we can do it here in this field. Finally, let's take a look at these last three fields because they are a bit special. In order to better understand what they do, let's imagine a situation where we have one construction that we want to sell it for 1000 euro. If we are expecting our customer to ask for a discount, we can enter the discount here, 5% let's say. AlumilCAL then is automatically calculating the surcharge that needs to be applied to our original value of 1000 euro, so that after applying the discount as well, we come back to the initial value of 1000 euro. Here, under wages, we can enter the cost of our labor hours. AlumilCAL is also able to calculate the actual labor hours, but this is the topic of another webinar. Let's move up here to the top for a while and see what options we have about calculating wastage and the packing units. When this option here is checked, then the customer is asked to pay for the whole packing unit. This includes the whole roll of gaskets or the complete package of corners. Here, for calculating wastage, we have three different options. One option includes applying a surcharge on the profiles of our construction. It is this option here. The second option includes calculating optimized wastage. So what this option does is it actually instructs our AlumilCAL to check for the length of all the residual pieces after cut optimization has been performed. So, if for a bar we have a residual piece that has a length that is longer than what we consider it to be useful, then this piece is considered to be useful and not charged to the customer. Otherwise, the piece is too short and needs to be charged. If we click here at assign all residual lengths to wastage, there is no control performed. AlumilCAL does not compare the length of the residual piece and does not compare it to the useful residual length that we have set. Let's move to the next page and see what we find here. On the left side, we see the systems that are charged per meter and the accessories that are charged per piece. These categories here are called discount groups. The prices for these discount groups that are included here on the left are included in our AlumilCAL. What we need to do, however, is to enter the discount that we receive from our supplier. In order to insert the discount, we double click at one category and enter our discount here. You will also notice this field here that says factor. This is actually a multiplier of the nominal price of the catalog that we have imported in AlumilCAL. Here, a job discount, we can enter a discount for one specific job. This is more appropriate, however, for project estimation data. If we have one job that we can offer it a bigger discount, then for this discount group here, for this category, we can enter a special discount. Similarly, we can enter a profit for this discount group. Okay, so now if we want, however, to select a few categories that have the same discount, we can do that and we do not have to enter the discounts one by one. Like in Windows, you click here and you control click here and you right click and edit discounts. And you can enter the discount for these two groups here. Otherwise, with click and shift click and then right click, you can then again edit the discounts. Finally, with Control A and right click, all the discounts can be edited. Moving to the right side of the screen, here we see these systems that are charged per kilogram. If you have systems that are charged per kilogram, they need to appear here. There are no prices in AlumilCAL for systems that are charged per kilogram. These prices need to be inserted. How do we do that? We double click here and this window opens up. Here we have the option to enter one price here, or if we get different prices from our supplier according to the amount of material that we order, then we can put these different prices here. Important to remember that here, for systems that are charged per kilogram, we enter the price of the uncoated profiles. Here at back, at this field, and under this option, kilogram, we enter the surcharge, the color surcharge for systems that are charged per kilogram. So, color surcharge plus price per kilogram give us the complete price for systems that are charged per kilogram. Remember that we do not have to do this same thing with systems that are charged per meter, because the prices, also the prices of the color surcharges, are included in AlumilCAL. Let's now move a bit lower to this field here, glass units. As you know, AlumilCAL is allowing us to create our own glass units in the library. When we create the glass units, we can enter a price per square meter for this glass unit. Here, if we double click in this unit, we can enter some similar options. Here we have the factor again, the multiplier of the price. We can set a discount for this class unit or a profit for this class unit. And here we can also change the price that we had inserted per square meter for this class unit. Let us now cancel this and cancel again. And we are back here where it all started. So now let us imagine that we have different projects that we price according to different discounts. What we can do here is we can create one dataset like we just did. We can copy that and give it one name like big projects. Click OK. We go inside, and here we can now change these estimation data that we feel are important. For example, if we go to next and Control A, edit all discounts and change them from 35 to 40%. So now we have a dataset that we have called it big projects, and with this we can price our big projects with a different discount. Let's move on now and see a few things about customers. As you know, AlumilCAL allows us to create our customers in the database. Here, under Programs and Address Database, we can create our customers. We can enter the customer's data, like address, company name, phone, mail, etc. But here, in this tab, we can also enter how we want to charge this customer. Here we see the different datasets that we have created. Let's choose to charge this customer with this one. Here we will also notice this field that is called conditions. This field can contain a text entry that will appear when we create our quotation. We will shortly see how that works. Finally, here under discount we can enter some discounts for this customer if we want to. We click OK and close. Now let's see how these are all applied into our projects. When we create a new project, of course we have to enter our project name, but here, more importantly, we can choose how we want to price this project. Again, here we see our different datasets. Additionally, we can choose to associate this project with one customer. Here at Address Database, we can choose this customer. If you remember, we had already chosen one dataset for this customer, and we see it here now. We see here the customer's contact data, we see the estimation data that we chose in order to charge this customer, and the conditions. Let us now not create a project because we have already created one. We just need to open it. And now that we have opened this project and we have completed it, we realize that we have charged it with a different dataset than we should have. Let's see how we can easily change the prices without having to do it one by one. If you go here to Project Estimation Data and Edit, let's first go to the second page and see here that we can only see the discount groups, the categories that are related, that are used in our project. We do not see all the categories, just the ones that make sense to appear here. You will notice the discount that is 35%, and here at Reload we can choose to apply a different dataset to our project. If we choose Reload, we are informed that the charges will be lost, okay, whatever, and we can choose to price it with this big projects dataset, and we see how this discount has immediately turned to 40 without having to click one by one and change them. Okay, let's now click OK. And now we will go and see some things concerning wastage. We will first create an estimation report and see what we will find out. Here we are offered a last chance to investigate our estimation data. We see here that we are calculating optimized wastage. We click next. Okay, everything looks good. And now we are creating our report. Let's see what we will find out. It takes a few minutes to create. Okay, there it is. Let's wait for all the pages to appear. Okay, they are here, beautiful. Let's scroll down a bit and see here that we have this wastage 10.4 and 4.5. Let's keep these numbers in our mind. Let's not save this document. And now, as we said before we started our report, we are calculating optimized wastage. This optimized wastage is related to the actual useful residual length for every profile. If we go here to user database and system articles and we choose our supplier, we will now need to enter a profile number. Let's see, let's take this profile here. Here we see the value of usable residual length for this profile. It makes sense that every profile has a different useful residual length because profiles are different. We can choose one value for each profile. With override, we can change this value to whatever value we want. This needs to be done for every profile. If we do not want to do that, there is a shorter way that we can change everything for our project. If we go here to settings and we go to optimization, we can change our useful residual length to 2000. Okay, we've changed that and we are running estimation again. Okay, we're ready to create our report and we will see how this value that we changed is going to affect our wastage. Okay, let's take a few minutes to wait. And we can scroll down now. Here, you see this value used to be 4.5, now it is 22.7. Because we have changed the usable residual length of profiles, this value has changed and resulted in bigger wastage. One last thing that we have to see is the quotation. Let us create the quotation. We will not go into too many details about creating reports because this is the topic of a previous webinar. Let's now click OK. And here at the bottom of the screen we see these conditions. The terms of payment include the text that we had entered in conditions when we were changing our customers' data. At this point our presentation is over. We will stay, however, until we have answered your question. This presentation has been recorded and a mail with a link will be sent to you where you can watch this recording and register for upcoming events. We are looking forward to having you at our next webinar where we will complete our talk about project estimation in AlumilCAL. Have a nice day.